What's going on, Gaming with Geeks Nation? It's Raging Ryan coming with the news.
What the fuck was that?
What's going on, guys? We're going to talk a little bit of drama today. Had to get my inner Keemstar going. On.
We even talked about that, and I still wasn't prepared for it. Geeks conversation. Let's get right in the news, guys. Dr. Disrespect, guys.
No one knows what's going on. This is crazy. Now we just need the news, like the little news sound behind us. I think that's what we really need. But good to see everybody here. We have a lot of shit to talk about today, some of which we have no idea what's actually going on, but we have to talk about it. So first, let's introduce the wonderful panel. Lethal Lightning, how are you?
I am becoming a sponsor for G Fuel after that intro. I feel that's the only way to go forward. I am well, thank you.
I actually love G Fuel until they drop Keem. Fuck G Fuel now. Yeah. And we have Mark the Cyborg. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing well. We were actually just talking about the fact that I make really good videos, but I'm bad at being a YouTuber. It's because I can't nail the fake enthusiasm thing. Like, I can't begin my videos with, "What's up, everybody? I'm here to talk to you about the Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire that happened yesterday. Whoa! I got no sleep last night. None at all." And
you just did it. You just did it.
Yeah, but like, I want to shoot myself through every second of that. You don't get it.
That was great. Like, we're sitting here before the show, and we're like, okay, well, we don't really know what's going on with this Dr. Disrespect story, but, you know, we need to talk about it. We need to discuss it because people are interested, and it is really fascinating because we are genuinely interested, but we don't really know a lot of what's going on. So Mark's like, I don't really think we should even talk about this much. There's not a lot. And I'm like, Mark, my video on Geeks Gamers has 130,000 views. Oh, okay, we'll talk about it. You know, it's so good.
555 Spank says, screw Mark. He isn't in 60 frames per second.
That's actually true. I'm not. I actually keep my live action camera at 24 frames a second.
Thank God. 24 seems like a strange number, but
the movie number. That's every movie you've ever watched is in 24 frames a second.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, turns out I don't really give a fuck. No one does. But we also have #cancel Jeremy here. How are you, Jeremy?
I'm doing good. You know, we've had a hell of a week across the board. Ryan has been killing it. Mr. Almost 20,000 subs right now. Fuck Naughty Dog. And where'd Lethal go? Did we lose Lethal?
I almost guarantee you that he accidentally hit refresh on the wrong tab. Place your bets now, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I think.
But yeah, it's been a crazy week. You know, Geeks and Gamers have been blowing up, and fuck Naughty Dog, and now we've got a lot of Twitch drama going on, capped by this whole Dr. Disrespect situation, which is, I don't know, man, it's crazy. And yeah, I'm ready to talk about it and speculate. I know you've got a little timestamp video that you're going to show us really quick, and I'm interested to see what you got going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Senate says, Ryan, I literally can't with that Naughty Dog merch. Quote from Retards on Twitter 2020. Yes, there are so many. Listen, Jeremy's going to this Parler thing, whatever the hell Parler is. I don't care. There's not enough stupid people to make fun of on Parler. That's why I'm staying on Twitter, so I can make fun of stupid people. Lethal's back. Lethal, what happened?
The internet cut out for about half a second. I don't know why.
Probably
because I'm in a fucking shed with Mickey Mouse smoking a joint. I mean, I can't wait to move. It's going to be great.
I was guessing that you hit refresh on the tab, but
no, not even.
Anthony, I'm working on it.
Yes, and I am on Parler. People say it's parlay. I don't know. I mean, is it? I call things as it's actually spelled out. Like, so do you want me to call a phone a p-honey? I mean, I don't. You know, so it's you know, or whatever.
That would kind of be reading it as it's spelled out.
No, I know. The whole point is I never know what to call things, but it's I guess because it calls parlays Did you like that one, Ryan?
Peony.
Well, if it's parlay spelled in French, wouldn't it be like an E with an accent aigu on the?
That's what I was thinking. But
I don't give
either
a
way,
fuck. Americans are gonna take it. We're changing to parlor. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all, French people.
just like in
Trash
Clerks
out.
2, Clerks 2, we're taking it back. I'm not gonna say we're taking it back for Clerks 2. I'm not gonna
Don't,
say
yeah.
that. But we're taking parlay to parlor.
You're gonna
We're
get
taking it
Kevin
back.
Smith canceled for a movie he made 10 years ago.
I'm waiting for that one to come up. When are we gonna cancel Clerks 2? One of my favorite comedies of all
don't
time.
cancel Kevin Smith.
Again, these people are idiots. But
That-
all right.
That
Go ahead.
app banned weaponized nerd rage for anime titty. Fuck that app.
What
Oh,
parlor?
I
seriously? I thought
Really?
their whole thing was like anything goes. Like,
Not
Well, they
anime
do have
titty.
they do have they obviously have some guidelines, but I didn't think they were I think they don't allow porn, whereas Twitter will allow porn. You just can't have a pro-Trump opinion is really what Twitter is.
That's
Twitter.
So it's basically like Gab. It's basically like Gab.
Yeah,
where
Gab.
as soon as there's some sort of speech they don't agree with, they're like, oh yeah, you can't have that here. But other than that, we're free speech.
total free
Yeah,
speech
fuck-
zone. Well, we want to talk about sex. No, Jesus doesn't like that. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
So it turns out Andrew Torbo is a mental midget. But on to video games. Now everyone is talking about this. Everyone is talking about Dr. Disrespect because out of the blue yesterday, seemingly, Dr. Disrespect was banned permanently from Twitter. And it wasn't just a normal ban. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, sorry guys, this guy can't stream for a couple days. Like they started refunding subs. That is something that, to my recollection and to most people's recollection, has never happened, at least on this kind of a level. So the question is out there, what did Dr. Disrespect do? We know that you can get banned off Twitch for a lot of things, but Dr. Disrespect is one of their biggest creators. He brings in a ton of money for Twitch. And for him to all of a sudden just get banned, and we don't have any statements from him, we don't have any official statements from Twitch, we don't have anything. So it has just left people to this speculation. Now, Jeremy, you made a video about this yesterday. What have you kind of heard as you've been looking around about this situation?
I mean, there's mass confusion, and it's being picked up by all. To me, I think that there is definitely something major going on because ESPN is covering it, Forbes is covering it, CNN is covering it. And I think that they're, again, pure speculation on my part, but when I see companies that big that are very much anti-fandom and anti-gamers, I feel like that they're covering this story because they know that there's something really bad that they can paint a narrative around it, considering the fact that Dr. Disrespect is a white male, a straight white male. And so that's what it seems like to me. It seems like that there's something really, really bad going on, something that they're going to be able to paint a certain narrative around when the truth or when we get more details. But no one knows. There's a lot of speculation out there about cheating allegations, which still I don't understand why someone's personal life will have any impact on them having a Twitch career. If that's the case, then you might as well ban every fucking body off Twitch, ban everybody off the fucking internet for that matter. So this is a fascinating situation, and he, to my knowledge, has still remained silent on Twitter and all of the social media platforms. So right now, there's a lot of speculation and no official confirmation at all right now. And I know you've got some video you're going to show us here soon that kind of just adds to the drama of what's going on. So
yeah, well, and as a lot of people are mentioning in the chat, like Blood Scorpio just said, he made an apology video a year ago for his affairs. Yes, he did. He came clean. He said, yeah, I've cheated before, and him and his wife were working through it and things like that. He has been pretty open about that. However, listen, Twitch is retarded. But
Siobhan just commented, apparently he was unpartnered from Discord too. Jeez.
Didn't know you could get partnered on Discord.
I didn't either.
Discord, the people who run Discord are a bunch of weird furries, but this is more than just some kind of simple affair, right? And like nobody's fucking perfect. People cheat, that happens, and I don't feel like that is something that is bannable on Twitch, or else there might not be a lot of people on the platform. This has to be something much bigger. There have been accusations of him possibly sleeping with another high-profile Twitch streamer. These are all accusations. These are just things that people are saying, right? We have no idea. There are accusations that he was maybe involved with someone who is affiliated with Twitch, like a big time at Twitch. All of those things I still don't see necessarily as reasons why he would get banned from the platform. What about you, Lethal? What are you hearing about this?
Oh, a bit of everything, really. But the big one that I've heard is that he banged or did allegedly bang some high time, big time streamer. The other one I heard, it was the wife of the CEO of Twitch, but that's just pure allegations. There's no proof with that. But to get removed from Discord as well, it's got to be something pretty big. I mean, this week, the video game industry had a pretty big influx of Me Too stuff. And we saw a whole lot of people, get cancelled and whatnot. There's a lot of allegations against Twitch staff as well, which to the surprise of absolutely no one. But I feel like if it was that, we would know by now, because that stuff's been very public and they want to kind of use it to push their stuff forward a bit more. I think, man, there's a good chance it was something illegal if he's getting taken down on this level. But that's just pure speculation. Who knows? But don't you think that like the people that follow him on Twitch and his subscribers and patrons and whatnot, don't you think they have a right to know what's going on with that? Like, what was their money funding? Who knows? Mm-hmm. Who knows? Yeah. But if it is illegal, shit, it must have been something kind of hectic. It doesn't sound like it's he got drunk one night and got into a fight. It would have been something pretty.
Technically, that is illegal.
Major.
You're not really allowed.
No, I said it was illegal. That's why I said it's illegal.
Breaking news from Mark.
Violence illegal.
But even with that being said, and I'll get to Mark here and say, like, just if I fucking get arrested for speeding or something, or like, you know what I mean? If I get arrested, is that bannable? Now you might get unpartnered or something like that from Twitch. You know what I mean? But is getting into, say, a fist fight, is getting into a fist fight a ban-worthy offense on Twitch? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I mean, I was half kidding about the getting into a fight being illegal. I mean, it is, but
Mark,
I don't think
Mark,
there's any chance that's why he got banned.
Mark, I need more energy.
Okay, well, what's up, everybody? Here's what I think happened. I think that it's likely that Dr. Disrespect is not coming forward with the statement, and Twitch is not coming forward with the statement because what he did probably was illegal. If Twitch comes forward with the statement, that might be defamation if it turns out to not be true, because you can't suggest that someone is guilty of a crime if they're not. Okay, I can't keep this up.
Yeah,
I'm running out of
yeah, we can see you. We can see it started going downhill really quick.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I want to murder myself for every second of keeping up that level of energy. It's everything I hate about all YouTubers. but anyways, no, I actually was serious in that point that Twitch probably hasn't come forward with a statement about it, because if it's something actually illegal, then they say, yeah, we we banned Dr. Disrespect because of blank. If that blank turns out to not be true in like a court of law, then they defamed him. So, and he's probably not coming out and saying it, because if you did something illegal, why would you come out and be like, yeah, they banned me because of whatever it is? Like, I don't want to even make a hypothetical, because I don't want us to get sued for defamation. But yeah, I doubt it was something small. That's probably it.
Yeah, it has to be something crazy. So Lancelot, we're going to get to the video here right after these super chats. Lancelot for $5. Dr. Disrespect didn't blow hard enough. There it is. Thank you, Lancelot. And then Aditya Singh for £5. Have a feeling Cyberpunk 2077 will be delayed again, according to criticism I've read from major journos. Bad melee, bad enemy AI, too easy. Well, listen, games journalisms are fucking retarded. The people I trust, to be honest, are YouTubers, specific YouTubers, and a lot of the ones I've been watching that actually got to play the game. I think it's pretty amazing, to be honest.
I have heard that the melee is not that great, but one of the big criticisms, one of the only criticisms of Witcher 3 was the combat. But everyone says the shooting in Cyberpunk's pretty good, so I imagine you'll be doing a hell of a lot more shooting than melee.
Yeah. All right, guys. So here is the video. Now, this is the last about 10 minutes of Dr. Disrespect's stream. imagine having a video with 300,000 views at only 165 subscribers because this account was probably just created or something, right?
And the video's unlisted too?
Yeah, the video's unlisted right now. I think it probably got unlisted, but I was able to find it through a link.
Okay.
I'm not going to read that, Darth Thanos.
Under the map, in between park and downtown.
Now we're going to listen. I want you guys to listen. I'm going to listen to a little bit of the energy that he has, right? A little bit of the energy he has before something happens and he gets a text.
Oh, no. Yo, Doc, put Dolby Atmos on you so you can fix your audio. You watch your goddamn mouth.
So he's all pretty normal there.
But fear not, here's another. I'm making one for you soon. I'll hit you up on a pager later. See you soon, Doc. And it's a link to a picture, Danger Cop with a $5 donation. I'm looking at it.
Danger. So he gets a link to a picture. It's from someone called Danger Cop. Says, I'll see you soon. And he's looking at this picture. Listen to what he says.
Okay. That's not even me.
Cool.
Champions Club Doctor fan. Thank you for the $3.
He says, that's not even me. And then continues on. Right?
Unless you're like trying to like start a new channel called Danger Cop, and then like you're like gonna try to enter my world, the digital realm. It's just not gonna happen. I have yet. First off, I love the passion though. I'm not saying you don't try. Right? I'm saying don't like. I'm just not gonna go, oh yeah, come right on in. Sure, I'll hand you millions and hundreds of millions of dollars as we take a journey into Hollywood. It's not that simple. Okay.
All right. So now look, we have someone that put some timestamps. Again, this is someone speculating, right? We're going to go to this 2-minute. This is what this person is speculating. Wife text, cops are outside. He knows it's over at this point and he completely changed. Watch this. He pulls out his phone.
That's the oh fuck face.
Mm-hmm.
That's even coming through the
Watch me
shades.
take over. I love it, man. See the self-confidence in the chat.
And then he tries to.
That's what I'm talking about. The self-confidence of the Champions Club. It's at an all-time high, and don't ever stop.
But is there? Is there like anything to back up what this person's guessing?
This is what some people I've seen. It's just all speculation, man. We haven't heard fucking anything, right? So there's another timestamp here. 4 minutes, 25 seconds. Wife comes to try to get him off stream. He wants to have a few more minutes as he knows it will be the last time.
If it's the cops, I don't think they would wait.
But it depends what's going on. But here we go.
I did.
He's freaking.
Look too.
So that's when he looks at someone off screen and basically says, hold on.
Now, we have confirmed that this is the last stream, right?
Yeah.
He was on?
Yes.
That is confirmed. Okay.
Things like this thick. I'm going to read it, though. Tomorrow, will you be playing Roblox Hide and Seek Extreme on stream? Hold on. What's that? Roblox.
All right. And then...
I don't know that he would have took the time to Google Roblox if he was like in a state where he's like, this is the last time I'm going to talk to my fans.
Yeah.
Then at 7:51, reacts to a loud sound, and a few short seconds later, scrambles and ends the stream.
Look.
Oh
Oh, it did.
So that's in-game talk
We'll get
at the
through-
moment.
Right, exactly.
Do this,
It's not
okay?
someone-
And
So listen to what he's saying. He's saying, we'll get through this. Here. This is the part we really need to listen to.
that's,
Because I don't know this one well.
life's weird right now.
Yeah, look. Oh,
Well-
it did.
Now, the loud sound, I think he's reacting to whatever's in the game, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
We'll full screen it for this since he's small. God damn it.
We'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
Dun dun dun. You better not taunt me. How dare you.
fuck.
You get to try it.
And that's it.
And then he just ends the stream. So some
Ford-
people are saying this. Some people are saying this. 805.
Yeah, I was wondering. I didn't catch that.
Let's see if we can hear.
Do not taunt me. How dare you?
I do hear a little something, but it's not loud enough for me to be
Yeah,
able
I
to tell
can't
what
tell.
it is. But there's probably people that have downloaded this and run it through who have run it through a program to be able to amplify the sound more. Let's listen one more time.
Taunt me. How dare you?
You get to try it.
Like I have,
Man.
I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
But it's definitely an abrupt finish.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think like the idea that the cops are there to arrest him is a little far-fetched to me. It's a little far-fetched to me, but either way, you literally have so many people talking about this right now. Here's Momology, who was all over this last night, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. There's so much speculation out here. Here's one rumor. The rumors are he cheated on his wife with another female Twitch streamer, which he already talked about. We just didn't know it was a female streamer, and that streamer is blackmailing Twitch into getting a better deal. If not, the information's coming out. I don't know.
But even if he did, hypothetically bang some Twitch streamer,
Yeah, you
Who the
don't
fuck
go to
cares?
jail for that.
yeah, and you don't. Do
Cops
you really
don't
get all your?
involved for cheating on your wife.
And do you really get all your stuff taken down? Really?
If that's the case, there's not going to be anybody left on the internet anymore. Let's just be real. So it has to be something more serious, I would imagine. Here's what Mamaji also says. People were suspecting maybe it's involved with DMCA. He wasn't permabanned for DMCA's. Twitch is refunding subs, which hasn't happened before. Lost all of his sponsors and everyone's cutting ties with him.
Wow.
Sadly, this is #MeToo plus blackmail. Twitch between a rock and a effing hard place. I don't know. Here's the thing. How would all these people be dropping him, but we haven't heard anything real? That's because some people know what's fucking going on.
And again, if you're just joining us, Siobhan, our Geeks and Gamers community manager, just told us that Discord has dropped him too. I guess he has some type of agreement with Discord. And yes, Mark, go ahead, say it, Mark.
I didn't. No, this is too serious a topic to stem in the middle of.
Say it.
No, I won't.
Do it with that new attitude. Go ahead.
Hey, X-Ray Girl, how's it going? Love you, baby.
Oh.
All right. So, and we got Nerdrotic in the chat. Cops do not wait unless it's the chode.
Well,
Yeah, I think
and it depends what it's for. If it's, what if it was for fucking, I don't know, like you pulled a Bernie Madoff, like a Ponzi scheme or something financial. You know what I mean? Like something like that. I could see a situation where the cops are saying, "Hey, yeah, we're coming to take you in." They've already talked to him. Something like that, where they might not, they might kind of let him get his things together before they take him away. But you're right. For the most part, cops aren't going to fucking wait, especially if it's something really serious.
Yeah.
Dark Side Droids, $5. Epic levels of cringe. I believe he's talking about Mark the Simp Boy.
I agree with that, actually.
look, cops not exactly neurotic yet. They don't wait.
Yeah.
I've never once seen cops wait. But I've just had a look through Discord's Twitter account. You'd think there would be a statement being like, "Hey, we at Discord do not support X, Y, and Z, and for that reason, we've."
Siobhan, if you're still watching, where did you hear that information on Discord from?
She might have noticed in his server because it's like being a check mark on Twitter. Like they'll take your tick away on Discord, like a verified server.
So this is also a theory that's out there that all this is some elaborate stunt. I don't believe it because they're not going to refund subs. Like
Slasher on Twitter is where Siobhan heard that from. So
I'll have a look.
pull up Slasher on Twitter.
But take a look at this as Lethal's pulling that up there. This Dr. Disrespect thing has to be a huge publicity stunt for something, especially with this picture from his graphic artist that says prepare for the 29th. Obviously, the 29th is 2 days from now. And it's in the little corner right here. Nothing in this industry stays this airtight for this long, and I wouldn't put it past him. He's the doc. I don't know. I can't believe that it's a publicity stunt.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, I mean, he could have been planning anything on the 29th. It's not like it was prepared for the day that stream happened where he got pulled down. Like, well, he could have said any day after today, and that like would it be like, oh, he said prepare for September 20th. This is before that.
Dude, if this is a publicity stunt, he is the man, because this is beautiful. And again, this is a guy who plays up this professional wrestling gimmick to a T. So he's shown the ability to know how to do marketing, and it's really rare to see someone own that character almost 100% like he has owned this character. You know, rarely breaking character at all. But so that all I'm saying is that's not outside of the realm of possibility. I don't think that's what's going on at all, because when you start looking at all the other details involved, Twitch refunding subs is pretty much that's the smoking gun to kind of, you know, kill off that idea. You know what I mean? Twitch, because I've never, and again, Siobhan, can you tell me if you've ever seen, because Siobhan really follows Twitch a lot. Have you ever seen any streamer get their subs refunded after they've been permabanned or anything like that? I mean, maybe that's happened before.
Lancelot says game journals like Slasher said that have sources, but they revealed nothing. Yes, so Slasher, everyone's been really frustrated with him actually, because he's putting out all this stuff and he says, I know what happened. I have so many people that have told me exactly what happened, but I can't say anything, which is frustrating. So this is the post that Siobhan's talking about right here. All Dr. Disrespect Twitch subs have been refunded. Discord partnership has been removed. Dr. Disrespect's wife, Mrs. Assassin, has posted the following message to her Instagram, which is strange. The outpouring of love, support, strength, and kindness from the arena has truly been overwhelming. You all have made my heart full, and I cannot thank you enough. No one better out there than the CC. You guys are amazing. Much love to you all. Now, I watch Dr. Disrespect from time to time. This is the CC, his fans, like what they call, his fans. I'm not quite sure, but that is a weird message to get from his wife.
This is absolutely fascinating. By the way, I see you guys talking about Pewds finishing Last of Us. We'll get to that, and his score. But we're going to stay on this for 6 out of 10 from PewDiePie, which is that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
High.
Pretty right on point. So, let's see. I said PewDiePie just finished Last of Us 2, and he talked about the political agenda in the game. He gave it a 6 out of 10. All right, good stuff. So we will talk about that. But yeah, we're discussing. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Dr. Disrespect being banned from Twitch and the speculation, the wild speculation that's going on. No one has any answers. There's no clarification. And there's reports that he has been banned, or at least Discord has parted ways with him as well. Crazy. So
this is one of the things right here. He says, look, for several hours now, I've been told from credible sources the reason he has been banned. However, due to the importance and sensitivity around the subject, I have refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently.
Jeez.
That means something's being like something fucking crazy.
Well, yeah. Did you? Well, you saw the tweets that I shared in my video last night. Let me pull it up right now.
Yeah,
because
and I joked around a little bit in our chat when we were talking about this. I said this has to be something so fucking serious, because if I had the level, because some people are saying that it's not just Twitch, that he's just done everywhere, right? Blue-eyed Scorpio says he wasn't banned. I threatened to kick his ass for stealing my viewers.
all right, look, share my screen. So from my own sources, Doc is indeed done, and not just on Twitch. I know why and cannot say, but this is serious. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this Shannon Z Killer, she used to be a pretty important person at Twitch. She deleted that tweet, and then she posted, "Hey, I totally get it that it turns out people didn't want more confirmation that this is a permanent ban without the reason." And I felt the tweet, and they felt the tweet was clout chasing. So I will respect those perspectives and delete the tweet. Thanks for putting me in check. So a lot of people are saying that there's a lot going on here.
His YouTube channel is still there.
Who are you?
So yeah, so his YouTube channel is still there. Wow.
1.61 million subscribers. His last upload was 2 days ago.
Wow. This is fascinating. It really is interesting what's going on.
Yeah,
It better be something, dude. It better be something serious, because if he's gone through all this for cheating, sleeping around, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Depending on the age of the person he was sleeping around with, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, dude, let's just put this in perspective. If Dr. Disrespect goes through all this for cheating, that is about as 2020 as it gets. You know? I mean, that's just ridiculous.
And yet Alinity can throw a cat across the room and show her tit and beg and has to beg.
And have her dog, hump on her while she's bent over on stream. So
And has to beg for Twitch to suspend her and then go, "Oh, sorry, can we get it for longer?" Like, clown world.
Yeah, I saw.
Did you see the thing? Did you see what Siobhan just shared in the chat? I got it right here. Dr. Disrespect was banned so Ninja could make his return to Twitch as his true persona, Mr. Respectful.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Love, patience, sportsmanship. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, man.
Sid Zexes says, got to be something like tax evasion, law enforcement involvement, most likely.
I don't think people would be so cagey about that. Like,
yeah, I'd be like,
yeah, no, this seems like some serious accusation. Well, again, accusations are treated as you're guilty right now.
Yeah.
So he could be facing some serious accusations that everyone is scared of, and especially right now at this particular moment in time. And I'm talking about the specific moment in time. The way that these accusations are being treated, they are being treated like they are something like we just went through 15 FBI agents going to Talladega, Alabama to investigate a rope in a garage. Okay. That is where we're at in society right now. So this could be just accusations that are serious in nature without having anything to, back them up yet. But we see how everything in 2020 is treated. So that could be, again, none of us fucking know. We're all speculating.
And speaking of that, earlier this week, we had Angry Joe, right? We had Angry Joe have an accusation, a Me Too accusation that very quickly, once he said, this is bullshit, I'll be putting out a statement, I'm getting in contact with my lawyers, this is garbage. Very quickly, the tweet got deleted. I can pull that up right here, actually.
Same as Justin Bieber. No fan, but they tried to pull that crap on him.
Yes, exactly. And, this is the statement from Angry Joe, where he obviously, right, this is probably put together. He made sure to get in contact with a lawyer that knew what they were talking about to put this up. This is in response to the person that said, that was assaulted by Angry Joe. She has since deleted her initial tweets. She tweets this about, I'll be taking a step back from Twitter. It amazes me that people think the little follows I'm getting somehow outweigh all the backlash resulting clout/monetary gain. I never said he assaulted me. I said his actions were predatory. So as soon as this bitch thinks that there's going to be some blowback from her false allegations, she tries to backpedal.
Yep.
trash.
I read the story. It sounded like he just was trying to impress a girl and doing it in sort of a cringy way. Like nothing it seemed like he was doing was illegal.
Literally anything. And you're 100% right. And literally, if any of us, in our past were, if we actually were, someone actually said like all of the things we said when we flirted with a woman. If you read that, you're like, God, that's cringy as hell, bro. Did you really say that? Like that's. It's meant to make him look bad, and in reality, this has completely backfired on her because it was all made up, and she was trying to paint a predatory narrative around him.
Like the difference between what any man says to a woman while trying to date her that makes him go from being James Bond to like a super creepy dude is 100% how she reacts. Almost entirely. It's either I said this thing to her, you wouldn't believe it worked, or I took a shot and I crashed and burned.
Yep.
I mean, that's not to say that some guys aren't creepier than others, but like ultimately, like sometimes you just got to take a chance and take the risk of sounding creepy when like you say something to a girl that she might not take the way you want her to. And you got to just kind of say, I'm sorry, and like back away and move on. Like, that's it.
Right. Because look, literally everything that Mark says to X-Ray Girl, if she wasn't wanting that to be said,
it would be horrible.
Okay?
It
already is kind of horrible.
Well, no, but like, I mean, I sort of play it up because it's like a meme at this point, but like,
you say you're faking that?
Wow. Are you going Keemstar on us?
Okay. I don't
get in the news.
All right.
Roll it.
X-Ray Girl, you're very hot. X-Ray Girl. Oh my God.
Okay, so the joke about me being a simp is like by the sheer mechanics of it is a joke because simps aren't liked by the person that they simp for. X-Ray Girl actually does like me. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, no, I play it up because it's funny, but like ultimately, if the things I said about X-Ray Girl weren't reciprocated, it would be creepy. Like,
no, you're right. And that's really what this comes down to. Angry Joe has a big following. And that's the only thing he's guilty of, really. Is having a big following and someone tried to become a clout chaser. And I think that she viewed it as, wow, in 2020, I can make any accusation I want. I'm going to get the support of woke Twitter. And this avalanche came down. And she's deleted everything now, correct?
All of her initial like statements. Yeah. I don't know if her Twitter still exists or not. I haven't checked that, but
it's getting crazy, man. Like as a single guy, like, you miss every shot you don't take, but it's like, Christ, I said something pretty cringy to a girl last week. It didn't exactly work out the way I wanted, but you know what I mean? Like
sometimes you just got to be like, hey, what the hell?
Fuck it. Yeah.
What happens? But I mean, don't do the thing Joe did saying, hey, I lost my phone. Could you call my phone and help me find it? And they'd be like, oh, it was in my pocket. I guess I have your number now. Just say, hey, can I have your number? Way better.
Hey, as cringy as that is, it worked.
It's not a good move. That's a bad move.
It was really, you heard that. I was like,
I got to that part. I was like, oh, Joe, why'd you do that?
Mark's just upset because he knows Joe couldn't name all the games that were up for the award last year.
No, it was funny that he was like, hey, like, why didn't you nominate all these other MMOs for the thing? And then Jeff Keighley is like, well, what else would you have nominated? And he didn't have anything ready for that. Like, if you're going to say to someone, why did you only nominate the most popular games in this category? You should have nominated these ones that are better. You should have an answer ready for if that person says, like what? You shouldn't be like this game that came out 2 years ago, and I don't know, like that was pretty bad.
Blue-Eyed Scorpio says there'd probably be text leaks if hashtag Me Too smear. I agree that there probably would be. But it is getting, obviously this is just culture now. There's so many things going on in the world, and I think that there is the word silent majority is cringe as fuck, but it's true. I think there's a lot of people that just aren't saying anything right now because they know that it's not socially acceptable from this fucking fringe loud minority that will cancel you for anything to say anything logical. So I think that's what we have going on a lot of right now.
Hey, and so we're over 400 viewers. That's our biggest audience ever for the Gaming with Geeks podcast. It keeps slowly growing every week. So
all right, I was
guys.
wrong about the Dr. Disrespect stuff. Hey, Jeremy, is that what you wanted to hear?
No, but I just wanted to tell everybody to smash the melee button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're about to break 7,000 subs, and we do appreciate all of you being here. Straight gaming over here. We don't try to bring any of the nonsense that that stupid Geeks and Gamers channel brings.
Except for today.
Today. Yeah. And yes, Apollo Patriot is here, and Apollo Patriot cannot stop talking about spider eggs.
It has to be something sexual. I don't understand what it is, though.
Well, I mean,
he's posted 113 memes on the website.
Spiders can tell the future, so I mean.
Oh god, I want that 213 by next stream, Apollo.
Man.
Ryan had huge growth this week. Congrats, bro. Thank you, Boba Fett. Appreciate that. It was a hell of a week. Mostly due to The Last of Us Part 2. Now, last weekend we talked a little bit, a lot of people's initial reactions to The Last of Us Part 2. As time has gone on, it's been another week. We got some numbers that are like, hey, it's sold 4 million copies. Of course, the 4 million copies sold are to stores. They are to stores, not necessarily to people, but it does include all the digital pre-orders, everything like that. Smashing that smashes the record set by Spider-Man PS4, which was I think 3.3 million in the first weekend. But the reaction from gamers has been much the same. A lot of people are very unhappy with the story. It's incredibly divisive, which is exactly what Neil Cuckman wanted. And there are people that are upset if you don't like this game. Why don't you like this game? I like it. Why don't you like it? Why are you selling fuck Naughty Dog merch? That's not right. I have all these little beta bitches coming after me on Twitter because Jeremy's not there to soak up all the bullets. That's what Jeremy's for. That's why Jeremy needs to get back on Twitter to soak up the retard bullets. But no, now they're all aimed at me.
Yeah, he even told me that last night on the phone. He was like, they're all coming after me because you're not there. So I'm just roasting them.
Yeah. But Lethal, what have you seen? Obviously, you've made a couple Last of Us 2 videos because your channel was affected by Naughty Dog striking as well. What have you thought about all the backlash going on right now?
I think it's exactly what we called from the second the leaks came out. It's like, obviously, anyone that thought this game wasn't going to sell is delusional. Absolutely delusional.
Yep.
It was always going to sell. Did it sell bigger than I thought? Yeah, it did. I also still think that it would have sold bigger if the leaks didn't sell. Everyone's, praising the gameplay, blah, 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 blah. But everyone's it's very divisive. A lot of people are saying that, no, the story is actually trash. Some people are saying, no, I like it. Cool. More power to you. If you actually do like it, more power to you. I'll never take that away from you. But I think this is exactly what we called from the first video Jeremy made on Geeks and Gamers when the leaks came out. It's exactly to the T.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, no one with a working brain thought this game wasn't going to sell well. It absolutely was always going to sell well because The Last of Us is one of the most beloved games from last generation, and maybe of all time. I mean, it's a widely beloved game and rightfully so. So it was never a question of would it sell well in the beginning. It was always going to. And now comes the true test of once people have experienced it, once people have started talking about it, once the word of mouth starts getting around out there, is it going to have those long legs? And I've brought up many examples, obviously, like, Game of Thrones season 8, it broke every record, ratings records through the roof. And guess what? No one talks about it anymore unless they're bitching about it. Last Jedi, at the time it released, second biggest opening in the history of the box office. And guess what? Second week, it had a massive drop, and we all know the story with The Last Jedi. Spider-Man 3. I love Tobey Spider-Man, but Spider-Man 3 was not good, and people don't remember that movie very much in terms of it being positive, but it did really well because it was coming off of a highly beloved Spider-Man 2. So these things this always happens, and you have to give things time to play out. But the news that we're getting now, where PewDiePie just finished The Last of Us Part 2, I haven't seen his reaction, but people said that he was disappointed at the end because he wanted to kill Abby. You know, he gave it a 6 out of 10. And he brought the political side of things into it. So I think he's 100% spot on. So
you can have a successful game, or okay, we'll use Last Jedi as an example. Okay, that was a successful movie, but how much did that damage the brand?
right, exactly.
Same sort of situation.
Like this is literally Game of Thrones season 8. Game of Thrones season 8's coming up, the final season. Everybody's so hyped. There's 5 Game of Thrones spin-offs planned at HBO. Game of Thrones season 8 has the biggest audience of any HBO show in history. Record numbers. What the fuck happens? The fans hate it. It divides the fan base. All of those fucking spin-offs get canceled. There's one that's kind of still in the works. That is what happens. You lose the fans' trust. Even if people did pay attention to this one, now you see scores of fucking Last of Us Part 2s being sold online. People trying to return it. People trying to trade it back into GameStop because people fucking hated it. That's the response. And you know what? Naughty Dog, lying to your fucking fans, misleading your fans, trying to silence any criticism fucking worked for them. It fucking worked. That's exactly why they struck our videos down. That is exactly why they tried to tell you, why they tricked you with these trailers, these fake trailers that had Joel in the game to make you think that he would be part of this game. Because they fucking knew. Neil Cochran, that piece of fucking garbage, knew that if he tried to sell you a game that was about Ellie and Abby, no one would fucking buy it. So they lied to you, they lied to their fans, they lied to fucking everybody, and it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, this is now we'll see. So, and I don't know a lot about this. Maybe Ryan or Mark could speak more to this, or maybe even Lethal. But this whole HBO Last of Us series, you know,
as far as I know, that's still happening.
I think that I think it's going to have I think this is going to have a significant impact on it once it's all said and done. Because if you notice, and I can't remember who brought this up, I think this was brought up on Friday Night Tights. I think Az mentioned this, but Neil Cuckman, why are you so defensive? Your game sold 4 million copies. You know, all the journalists are giving it 10s out of 10s. Yet you seem very, very sensitive on social media. Why? You're supposed to be telling us everybody loves your game and it sold 4 million copies and it set all these records. Yet all we see is very sensitive and bitter tweets from you. That tells me,
girlfriend, man.
that tells me that they know that the criticism is going to far outweigh the short-term success that they're experiencing. You guys fuck this up. You told everybody context. Once you get the context of the game, you're gonna understand. Well, people are getting the context and they fucking hate it. You know. So, and the fact that PewDiePie just finished it with probably over 100,000 people watching, and they got to experience him, you know, and that video get millions of views. It speaks volumes. But Neil Cuckman, you don't seem to be someone that's really worried about this success. You seem to be very bitter and upset about all of the criticism, probably because you know it's valid criticism.
Pewds has power. I mean, it was about, a month, 2 months ago, he accidentally uploaded a video of Black Ops 1, and it repopulated the servers.
Yes.
Because of a mistake he made.
Yeah, so good. I love that. That was so awesome.
The little bros are a powerful army.
Yeah, 9-year-olds.
They used to be 9, now they're 19. Now they're real men.
Now they have money.
Yeah. Dark Side Grows for $10. The Last of Us 2 benefited from a watered-down market with little to no competition. Many states still under lockdown and unemployment over 12%. A lot of people have free time on their hands.
I'm not sure that would have changed too much for this game. Like it was going to sell huge. I think anyone thinking, oh, because of these leaks, this game's going to crash and burn, you're going a little hard on like the get will go broke kind of mentality. It was still like the normies that don't ever watch a video game podcast, that don't know who Jeremy is, that have no idea who heel versus babyface is, that don't know the name Neil Druckmann. They are just like, oh, I like Last of Us.
Yes,
I'll get part 2, sure.
Yeah, I don't know if and obviously love Dark Side Droids. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think The Last of Us 2 benefited from a watered down market. This was a game that was always going to be successful in its opening. It just always was.
That doesn't hurt though in any way.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I think something like Animal Crossing, it probably would have benefited from the lockdown and the watered down market at the time. That's not to say that, you know, people obviously love that game and that franchise has always been popular, but the spike that we saw from the last Animal Crossing to New Horizons with those sales numbers was astronomical. Like it was absolutely unbelievable. And I would put that more towards maybe the circumstances than the Last of Us sales. But we'll see. But I think these sales records are going to be a blessing, a short-term blessing and a long-term curse for them, because people are going to be very pissed off when it's all said and done.
Yeah, that's what kind of I was going to say. I was like, I think what we will see as an impact on a business level, like on the actual sales of this game in relation to the original Last of Us, is the tail's not going to be nearly as long.
And Darkside Joy says, I'm saying it padded the sales. I'm not saying that it's the sole reason for sales. And I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. And Metacritic. This is Metacritic's version of Captain Marvel. This just absolutely destroyed your already fucking trash system, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sarcastic Gamer for $5. People love to warm themselves by a toasty dumpster fire. Yes, they do. Yes, indeed. Exactly. That's what happened with Game of Thrones Season 8. And with that Last of Us 2 HBO show, I guarantee there is a reason. We have not seen any of the voice actors or Neil Druckmann really come out and attack fans. Now, you did have two of the voice actors say a lot of bots angry today when it was first released. Those got quickly deleted. I guarantee you Naughty Dog told them to delete that shit because they knew exactly what was going to happen. They have seen the outrage. They've seen it ramp up the past 2 months. And they told everybody, listen, the worst thing we can do is attack fans right now. So from that side, I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping we would get more juicy shit from them as they got pissed off. But it's clear to me that there has been a specific campaign to not do that, to only have good interactions with people because they know they're on thin ice right now, especially Cuckman with that HBO Max. He's going to be the writer for that show. So
I think that's a good thing, like them pumping the brakes on the let's go after the toxic fans reaction, because I think part of it is sort of one of the reasons why we do what we do to tell these companies, hey, don't make us your enemy. You want us to be your friends. You want our money, so don't treat us like you guys are these gods on Olympus that are throwing us blessings when you make something, and that we're just your subjects, right? We're your audience in the most part. And I think that doesn't mean that they necessarily need to do everything we want when we say, hey, we don't want Joel to die, make Joel come back to life in Last of Us 3. I don't think anyone would really want that considering what they've done with the story. But treating us like we're evil is not going to help, I think.
Yep. Mark's spot on.
Fluffy Panda for $2. They must have found out he voted for Trump, or he voted Trump for this big. But yeah.
Mark's point would have been a little better if he would have actually had some, energy behind.
No, I'm not doing that every time. Okay, you don't get how much I hate myself in the middle.
Alexander said, "I thought you would have Mr. Disrespect in the live stream with the thumbnail." Did you also think we would have Abby on the stream? All right.
Yeah, I don't think anyone who's ever been in our thumbnails has actually appeared on the show live. We've shown footage of them. But
well, you are a cyborg, so we kind of tick that box.
Yeah,
sort of.
I think I got it, Blue-Eyed Scorpio, but I will check and verify. Like you said, and Steph was saying it as well, that Metacritic this is going to be their Captain Marvel moment. And you can so clearly see it. 90 fucking thousand. There are fake positive reviews. There are fake fucking negative reviews. Definitely out there. Obviously, we know that. But the idea that they're painting all of this review bombing as just negative is just fucking bullshit. Look at The Last of Us 2 Reddit and look at The Last of Us Reddit. There are people all over trying to bomb this thing for one reason or another. Blue-Eyed Scorpio said, people don't argue like this over good games. For the most part, no, not to this fucking level. And it's exactly like The Last Jedi. It is exactly like the fucking Last Jedi.
Gary got it right with The Last Jedi of us. That was the joke. It's a very easy one, but man, it's so true.
PewDiePie said it sucks and said I could be better.
Could be better, I'm guessing, is that.
Yeah. there are more fake positive reviews and fake negative. There's a lot of everything. We know that. And I think specifically with a game like The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us, it's all about the story. I don't think like the gameplay was cool, but it got very repetitive and I don't think was very unique. It was very much a
Story-driven.
A story-driven. It's follow along this path. You're forced to do these things. You're forced to do this story. There are no choices involved. So The Last of Us Part 2 is very much about the story. Does it look incredible? Yes. Does what they're doing work well? For the most part. From what I've seen, the melee combat looks kind of garbage, to be quite honest. Is there a lot of blood? Yeah, there's a lot of blood. All right. But much like Naughty Dog's Uncharted series, the melee combat is a big problem with that because
I always hated the melee in Uncharted. Like it's stylish looking, but when you're playing it, it's just like this is just tap square a little bit, and then when you see something go into slow motion for a second, hit dodge button. Like square, wait, triangle, square. Like that's all it is really.
Yeah, exactly. So when the story is what's wrong, the rest of it all falls apart in my mind. And also, I wasn't gonna fucking buy this fucking game after what these people, that was almost a slip there. After what these people did to my channel and did to Jeremy's channel, did to Lethal's channel, did to this channel on Gaming with Geeks. But I've watched the entire story. We've experienced it. I don't need to play it to know it. I'm just going to be real. Not for this game. You don't have to. Not to criticize the story, at least. Maybe for everything else, but not the story.
Spot on.
And we have Seamus Carlin for €5. Make video games great again. Jeremy, fucking Eric spamming the goddamn chat with you want Nintendo news. Do you have any fucking Nintendo news?
I do actually. The Pokemon League of Legends clone that's happening. Crap, I'm forgetting what the name of it is. Biggles Mets sent me the link for that. I can get it up in a second.
I saw Pokemon Direct. I didn't give a fuck because last time I did a Pokemon video for this channel, none of y'all motherfuckers watched it. Got 400 people here. That video didn't even get 400 views.
Maybe it's because they didn't want you talking about Nintendo.
That's like one of the only fucking Nintendo things I like is fucking Pokemon.
Nobody knows that.
I said
back a Star Wars Squadron video because he was so gung-ho to upload that.
Yeah.
No, there was some speculation about like a Super Mario 3D World in the eShop, and there was I know that we're probably going to talk about this on the Park Hoppin' podcast, but Super Nintendo World in Japan has been delayed because obviously of everything going on, which sucks. You can go swimming in Animal Crossing, which makes Ryan very happy. I think that's really going to sell him on the game.
I'm just hoping you can drown people in it now.
Do you guys want to see this Pokemon Unite is the name of it? Okay, cool. There we go.
I've still got all my Pokemon cards. I've got 3 Charizards.
Yeah.
You sure?
I don't hear it.
You don't? I did. I clicked share audio.
Did you? Is it muted? Can you hear it?
No, I can hear it. It's very loud in my ears.
Fucking unshare it again and try again.
Okay.
Thank you. Come again.
Very best.
And show some excitement. You got to really sell this video, Mark. So go ahead, give him full screen. Sell the video, Mark.
You're gonna push me into being like very meek. You're like, so guys, I'm really excited about this new game coming out. It's really cool. It's called Cyberpunk 2077. I really like what they've been showing about it.
You know, fucking like young. You were talking about being like, low energy and fucking whatever instead of being fake. But then you have like Yang Ye, who is about the most boring person to listen to talk about anything until the very end, where he like gets really excited that he's finishing his video.
You guys hearing it now?
No, Mark, there's a fucking problem with your...
I mean, other than clicking the share audio button, I don't know what I can do. Like,
all right, I'll fucking do it.
You want me to just send you the link?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the group chat.
Lyndon Hall says it's at 60 frames per second at least.
Not all Nintendo games are at 30. Nintendo sometimes does things right.
Sorry for our podcast listeners. We don't know what's going on right now. Mark, be entertaining.
What's up, everybody? We're here to show you the new League of Legends clone that's starring Pokemon. It's actually published by Tencent Games, which means they're probably using a lot of Riot Games code, who is the company that makes League of Legends. So it's probably almost exactly League of Legends with Pokemon instead of heroes.
And now
Okay,
Ryan,
there, you got another one out of me. Happy now? I'm gonna go murder myself.
and let's see. Convol says
fucking do that.
Mark is disabled, guys. Come on. So
I have a new leg.
All right. Let's see. I didn't click share audio that time though. I already know I didn't.
Ha!
This isn't meant to be, lads.
Thank God. All right, here we go. Team up battle in Pokemon Unite. Let's take a look. Trade together. Pokemon made people trade together.
Yeah, Pokemon
and
invented
it's
trade routes.
It's a bunch of images of everyone
People playing Pokemon. For this 1 minute trailer, 30 seconds of it are clips of old Pokemon games.
Connect together. Am I the only person? Listen, am I the only person when I see like parades full of people in Pikachu outfits, I just want to fucking burn something to the ground? I fucking hate that. People are like, oh, that's the cutest thing ever. I just want to punch everything when I see that shit.
Chibi art, man. It's the future. Deal with it.
All I see is a bunch of people being happy, Ryan.
I don't see any representation.
This is the actual new game, like that we're getting into finally.
Pokemon Team Battle.
Oh no.
It looks like garbage.
It looks a lot like League of Legends.
Yeah, it was League of Legends of a Pokemon.
There's quite a bit of Pokemon announcements recently. So which
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
again,
hey, brush your teeth with Pokemon. Take a nap with Pokemon. It's all these stupid apps and shit.
I'm not the biggest, again, I don't really play Pokemon. But I'm happy. I'm happy that there's more content coming to the Switch and continuing to just give that amazing system, the best system on the market, more awesome games.
MOBAs are also a genre that doesn't have a lot of representation on consoles. Like there's, I guess aside from Smite's kind of like the big console MOBA. You could argue Overwatch is sort of a MOBA, but it's not really. It's a shooter.
Yeah.
But, yes. But we've talked about a lot of shitty things. We've talked about anytime we talk about Nintendo, it's shitty.
Goat.
Let's
Ryan
talk.
keeps running his mouth. We're gonna put another fucking Mario Kart stream on just for the hell of it, just to piss him off.
I quit. But what was I going to say? Oh, let's talk about something that a lot of people were fucking hyped for, and that is Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, as Lethal would say. Lethal, you were the one that was running this stream. How did it go the other day? What was everyone's fucking reaction to Cyberpunk Night City Wire?
The first thing everyone said was, "Oh my god, Lethal should host more. He's way better than Ryan." I really liked it. I thought it was great. Like it blew me away, man. I fucking loved it. Like the presentation started, Holly came on. I was already hooked in, and then they went into it. And they had like that feature. It was like that Arkham Knight type feature. Everything about it looks great. The anime is being made from the people that did Kill the Kill. That's a great anime as well. There was nothing about it I didn't like. It was short, sweet, to the point. I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, we that was a good stream. And it was. They didn't waste any time with any nonsense. They didn't waste any time with any preaching or all of this. They just got straight to the point, told people what they needed to hear, explained some of the things, broke other aspects down, and ended it. It was good. I was a big fan of that.
One of my favorite parts, though, was when the writer comes out of his notebook and he starts showing off how much he's written.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Effort.
Yeah.
This game is shaping up to be something special. It really is. So,
well, and I think I've watched a lot of people who actually got to play the game and done their reviews. It seems like the depth and the detail in this world is just absolutely fucking incredible. One thing I watched from Skill Up specifically was talking about how, he specifically referred to The Last of Us Part 2. When you have games where you are just forced to walk a fucking certain path, and go through wherever you're having to go, they can put incredible detail in everything. because it's really, even though it might seem big and the background might seem big, it's actually a very small world, a very small scope. When you have something like Cyberpunk, which the world is fucking huge and you can roam around and do whatever you want, to have that level of detail in all that shit takes everything to the fucking next level. And I cannot wait till we are able to get our hands on this game. At least me, it's one of the only things it's the only thing I have pre-ordered. It's the only thing I'm really excited about. Ghost of Tsushima looks cool. I think Lethal's going to play that for the channel. So that'll be interesting. But, Cyberpunk is where it's at. I wish we were getting it in September, but I guess I'll have to wait till my birthday in November to actually get it.
I'm okay with it being, I'm okay with it being, back to November. And I think that's actually going to help it with sales too. Not that it's going to need a lot of help, but and I'm hoping it doesn't get delayed again, but I know there was some speculation that it might be delayed again. At this point, it's hard to tell with everything going on in the world how everything could be impacted. But Cyberpunk 2077 seems to be shaping up to be something special.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's this year's game to beat as far as like best game of the year goes. I think for me right now, because I can't say Cyberpunk's game of the year because I haven't played it, but Doom Eternal is probably my top game of the year so far. And I would be surprised if Cyberpunk doesn't end up dethroning it, because the thing about having a game with the flexibility of what it appears that they're doing at least a decent job of putting into Cyberpunk, where you can approach all these quests and situations in many different ways. So you can be a guy that goes in there with those like mantis blades in your arms and gets really in everybody's face. Like you saw the one clip in the trailer where he like lifted a guy up in the air with those big hooks coming out of his arms. You can be like a melee bruiser character like that, or be a full-on gun specialist and shooter with all sorts of modifications and stuff, or be really sneaky and do like sneak around, hack things, talk your way out of situations. Like these kind of RPGs, because you can approach them in so many different ways. If one aspect of the game, like Skill Up was saying, the melee isn't fantastic, or at least weapon melee, he said the boxing was actually pretty good. You can just never do that if you don't want. Like if you don't like that part of the game, just design your character in a way that you don't ever have to engage with those systems. CD Projekt is very, very good at sticking with their games, making sure that they're very high quality, supporting them with both a lot of free updates, and then when they do have paid DLC, they're usually very reasonably priced and very sizable as far as their content goes. Like Witcher 3 Blood and Wine was $20. Like that was like the base price for that DLC, and it has more content in it than most full games. Like it was basically a Witcher sequel, but they charged $20 for it. They easily could have charged 40, and no one would have thought that was unfair. But they're a good company who really seem to care about their consumers a lot, and I'm fine with them delaying it, because I think that they're just taking the time to like iron out the issues, and I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, I agree. But when I hear people saying that the melee doesn't look that good, it kind of reminds me of Skyrim. Like Skyrim's like one of the best games ever made, and the melee in that game sucks, man. Mm-hmm. So it's very easy to look past.
Yeah, that's true. I think that I don't know, and they're still polishing it. That is the thing. Obviously, they're not done on it yet. They've even delayed it just so they can get it ready till November. I think that someone asked, like, what story you're going to play. The customization, I think, is so cool because you can literally choose where you're starting. It will affect the story. We heard about the corporate sector, like the street sector, where you can start different things in. And let's be real. The idea of giving my character the schlong he deserves. You know, I can either be a character with a massive cock, or I can be Neil Druckmann. You know what I mean? You have your options. You can pick and choose how big your fucking dick is. So who doesn't want that? I know Lethal's excited. He can finally be Lord Long Dong.
Ryan, you will rake it in if you make a stream with like your character. The character in Cyberpunk's name is V, and if it's just VL Druckmann, and you just role play the entire game as if you're Neil Druckmann making the choices he would make.
Can you make a cyborg leg?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm sure you
Probably.
probably be able to.
I'm
I think-
going to cancel Cyberpunk 2077 if we can't have Mark the Cyborg representation in it.
I demand representation. I've never once liked a game where you can't replace the right leg with a robot part. All of them are bad to me because I don't see myself exactly reflected in the character.
Oh man.
A deer person. I don't know about that. Apollo. Darth Thanos is 2 Dick Druckmann. I think that's how many he can take at once. Not how many he has. Not how many he has. But yeah, I think there's a lot of good reasons to be excited, both because of what we've seen and who the publisher is. So a lot of hype around Cyberpunk 2077. Now we also got something else this week. We got a little more detail about the Avengers video game. I can't say I'm looking forward to this thing at all. I think it's gonna be garbage. Does it come out in September? When is the release for that, Lethal?
I've heard people talking about it, and I haven't even watched anything on it. So.
Totally unplugged from Avengers at this point. It didn't ever look very good to me. So
yeah, go ahead, Lethal.
I agree with everything you said, but I kind of liked what I saw.
Well,
okay. Maybe I should check it out.
Well, I think the gameplay has potential to be cool as fuck, but the idea of having so many players that you're going to play as that all have very different mechanics around how they are utilized. To me, I think that's a big project, because you're gonna have Thor, whose combat is basically like Kratos in God of War, or the most recent God of War game, the Norse God of War. You have Captain America, whose gameplay is going to be very different from his. You have Iron Man, who is flying in different base combat. You have Black Widow. To have all these characters with such different combat systems, I think the polish for those is going to be tough. That's a lot of fucking work. So I'm worried that that's going to be not very good. The storyline being based so heavily on Miss Marvel, that's not what anyone fucking wants in this game.
Absolutely.
Other than maybe like 1% of crazy cat ladies want to play that. So many things about this game make me hesitate. But I don't know. So you're going to give it a chance, Lethal? You're going to get it?
I fully agree with everything you said. And I don't know. I'm just looking at it. I'm thinking this does look like something I could put some hours into. It does look a lot like it's a very grindy game. And the potential for microtransaction just to be full, like Battlefront 2, it is there. It is there. But I don't know. I'm just looking at it thinking, yeah, I could get behind that. I'm going to try out the beta and go from there.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I really haven't seen any gameplay or any trailers on it, so I guess I'll just check it out and see.
Oh, you haven't seen any of the trailers at all either? Oh, yeah.
What do
You
you think
didn't
of,
see the original one where everyone was making the "it's ma'am" jokes about Black Widow.
Funny
enough,
she looked
also
like Grace
Laura Bailey,
Randolph.
so that Black Widow actually is Abby.
I can't get. I mean, I think that there's been very few video games that based on a movie that were good. Like there was a Wolverine one back in the day that was good.
Yeah, Raven made that. The same guys who made Jedi Outcast.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I just these properties never do anything for me, typically speaking. So I guess we'll see though.
Well, I mean, the most recent parallel is probably the PS4 Spider-Man, which worked out quite well, but also they had a lot of time to just focus on making Spider-Man feel really good. They didn't have to make a whole team of people feel good.
Yeah,
that's exactly my point. So have you ever played DC Universe Online?
I have.
Yeah,
Right,
I put about 10 hours into it and got bored as hell. I just was like, no, I can't play this.
I enjoyed it. I think I put about 50 or 60 hours into that. I enjoyed it though.
I enjoyed it too, and it's free to play. You can go play it now. It's still around. There are some really cool things about that, how you can customize your character, but that is unfortunately where I kind of see maybe this game feeling like is so like I like what that has because it's all like story based. Your character is kind of going along. It's like fucking World of Warcraft, but you're a DC.
Yeah, it's an MMO,
right? It's an MMO. Yeah, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. No, I couldn't think of that.
Yeah.
But I like it, but I don't think that's what this Avengers game should feel like. That's what I'm worried the combat in this Avengers game will feel like, because they have such a diverse group of people to try to give different feelings to. But I don't know.
I remember the old no, they're not called Marvel superheroes. It was the X-Men Legends game, and then they made the ones that was all the superheroes. And there was a recent one came out on Switch, actually. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Yes,
those I actually think did a pretty decent job of making all the characters sort of feel distinct from each other, but also kind of feel like the way those characters would feel. But it was like an ARPG. It was like a top-down, like Diablo style thing. So I think that you have less things that you need to juggle in that type of game, in that genre, than you would be like, this is a behind the shoulder third person action game where you're meant to feel like, as much as you feel like Batman playing an Arkham game, or like Spider-Man playing the PS4 Spider-Man. And I don't know, like I like the developer. I like Crystal Dynamics. I think the new Tomb Raider games are quite good. I actually like them a lot better than the Uncharted games, which is an opinion most people disagree with me on. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it is. If it reviews well, maybe I'll pick it up. Or if people want me to review it for the channel, I'll pick it up. But I'm not overly excited about it.
I get that. I fully agree with everything, but it just still, I'm just looking at it thinking, it does look something that I could enjoy on a subjective level.
Got a hilarious Abby voice, Jeremy. I could go Rorschach. You're not playing this game with me. I'm playing this game with you. That's Abby voice right there. So
I gotta say, I think Laura Bailey sounds better.
Well, Laura Bailey, and a lot of people are talking about that Laura Bailey is actually the voice actor for Black Widow and stuff too. And Laura Bailey's a good voice actress. A lot of people are. It's just a fucking shit game and a shit character. So,
well, I mean, like I was having an argument.
I wish Abby looked a little more like Laura Bailey.
I was having an argument yesterday with a friend of mine about Lakeith Stanfield, the guy who plays L in the Death Note Netflix movie. Mm-hmm. But he's a good actor that's in a lot of movies that he's really good in. And a friend of mine was like, yeah, like this guy is like basically, I think he would compare him like he's like a young Daniel Day-Lewis type actor where he really like blends into his characters. And I'm like, I'm still waiting for him to get back to neutral because of that Death Note movie. Because I really love the Death Note anime and hated that movie so much. And I'm like, I think he's a great actor too, but he was still L in the worst version of Death Note ever. And I think that it's a similar thing with Laura Bailey. I'm probably more positive on overall because I didn't play The Last of Us 2. I just watched a full playthrough of it. But you can't really blame an actor for the writing in a thing they're in being bad, is sort of what I was kind of trying to get to in a roundabout way. Sometimes a good actor will just take a bad role, and it's not really their fault.
That's right. Always remember, William Dafoe was in the Netflix Death Note movie.
Yeah. Hey, he's just voicing Ryuk, but
he did a good Ryuk. I hate that. Yeah, that movie is that movie kicks
horrible.
Me up at night. Sheer anger.
It's really, really bad. ER has got a good 3-part video on it, though, that I think everyone should watch because that's actually really funny.
Fuck that movie. Fuck everyone involved with that movie, and fuck everyone that watched that movie. Fuck it.
Hey, I watched it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it, but I did sit through it. It was ungood.
Geeks logic. You can't blame you can't blame the actors, and then Lethal. Fuck everybody involved with that
fuck
movie.
People who even watched it. I don't care if you were pinned down like Clockwork Orange with the things in your eyes. If you watched it, you suck.
Blood Scorpio says Willem Dafoe is the Abby of faces.
He's incredibly powerful. I agree.
All right. So I think that's pretty much all like the stuff we had planned to talk about today. You guys have anything else that came up this week that you guys thought was interesting or games? Yeah.
I mean, I know somebody was mentioning, several times a guy mentioned in the comments about Mario Kart 9. There is no Mario Kart 9 to talk about other than that one video where I said that it's reportedly been delayed. But I do plan, if Mark can help me get it situated where I can translate the frame rate. Oh gosh. If I can get the frame rate from Mario Kart 8 translated to my screen recording. I'll be uploading, different footage of me just going through all of the cups on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that's kind of a strategic move for me for us to get that on the channel, with the hopes that I'm anticipating that we might get a DLC at some point later this year for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Because I do not think we're getting Mario Kart 9 this year. I don't think there's any reason to. The game's still selling like it just came out yesterday. It's insane. So if we can produce that stuff, it won't get a lot of views. But if the new stuff comes out, at least we'll kind of have at least a rapport with that in our algorithm. So we'll see.
Yeah, sounds good. Lethal, got anything to talk about, or tell us what games you've been playing this week?
What have I been playing? I've only been playing the Kill the Kill game this entire week. That's pretty much all I've been playing. I love it, man. I'm obsessed with it. It's great. It's great. Now, I don't know. We started talking about Death Note, and then I got really angry.
Well,
I did get Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on Switch, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. I need to get that. Is it multiplayer? Can we play together online?
I only played the solo, but I don't think there's any multiplayer. If there was, it would be fantastic, but I don't think there is. I don't think it is. So
I don't think so either.
So good. It'll be so good. But it looks and plays so good.
Yeah. On PS4, there's also Racer Revenge, the second one, the one that takes place just after Episode 2, where you can race as teen Anakin, or just before Episode 2. Yeah, it's the PS2 version. It's kind of the way Bounty Hunter's on there. I don't know that online probably not, because it was a PS2 game.
Okay,
but I think it's $10. It's not very expensive.
Apollo says I have 177 memes on the website.
It's a good score.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna look right now. I'm gonna go into the memes.
I've been playing. I've been playing a couple things. I have been playing Star Wars Bounty Hunter, playing as Jango Fett. God, the controls for that are awful. They are just awful. But and then I've also been playing. I'm kind of stuck at a point in Jedi Academy because I took the dark side path. And now I have to kill everyone in Korriban, and there's a part where I have to face 6 Jedi at the same time. I just can't get fucking past it. So I basically rage quit and started playing something else because I just could not get past that part. So I need to get back to that. I've also been playing Horizon Zero Dawn and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So that's what I've been playing.
Let me show you guys some of these memes. There's only a few I can show. So
the God Emperor.
That's why I love that one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was funny. I don't. What is this?
That's you.
I know,
Jeremy Feet Real.
That's Kibblesmith.
Yeah, it's Kibblesmith. There's hot dogs and the penis monster from Rise of Skywalker.
His name is Cloud.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Krista could probably explain the hot dogs. That seems like her kind of joke.
What the? Whose mouth is that on Jeremy's?
I don't know.
Is it Dave Filoni?
I don't know.
For the podcast listeners, you should just
go to geeksandgamers.com.
If I control any further, I'm going to get us in some potential trouble. So I'm not going.
That Titanic one's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like Jeremy as the God Emperor.
Apollo memes are art. Yeah. I got kicked. Well, I won't tell that story. It doesn't make it stupid. But Mark, what have you been playing?
Speaking of the God Emperor, I've actually been pushing my way through Warhammer 40k Space Marine, which is really good. I'm liking it quite a bit, and I'm planning on making a video for it for the channel. Whether or not I manage to get through it before I have to move my entire house is up in the air, because I'm not sure how long the game is. But I'm going to probably do some more work on that today. I've also been continuing to play Valorant with my army friends. The competitive just went up. I haven't ranked in competitive yet, so I don't know what league I'm going to be in. And I'm pushing more on Trails to Azure, which is the JRPG series that I've been making my way through. And I got to a real cool part in that game where a bunch of the countries are having sort of like a UN style conference, and it's a lot of very spicy politics.
Hey, and really quick before we do run, give me another screen share really quick, Ryan. You know, because Apollo Patriot just said, you know, hey, join the website. It's worth it. Thank you, Apollo Patriot. And Apollo Patriot just recently joined. You know, didn't even really understand how the forums worked, and Apollo Patriot's loving it. But premium access, I'm going to have a lot of updates starting next week about content. We're going to get actual schedules of Krista playing Grand Theft Auto 5, Drunk 3PO, Dark Souls, or as Darkside Droids named it, Drunk Souls. I think that's what we need to title it. It's going to be Drunk Souls with Mark the Cyborg narrating, obviously a Mario Kart 8 stream. And I just Ivan Ortega sent me a video, and he's basically describing The Last of Us Part 2 with cooking, and he cooks up some food and he tries to eat it, and it's really terrible. And I'm going to make that exclusive for our premium members, and we're just going to continue to do exclusive stuff like that. So I thank you all for signing up to the site. A lot of good content is coming your way in the very near future. Also for premium members, if you have not seen this yet, you do have the premium zone. It's only going to show up if you have premium access. If you are part of premium and you're not seeing that, I need you to use that report issue button right there on the bottom. Let my webmasters know that you have signed up for premium and you're not seeing the premium forum. That is for people to communicate with us, and we can communicate back to you, because like I've said, we don't necessarily have notifications like a social media platform per se. So this is a better source of communication for us with our premium members. So thank you all for supporting the site.
Absolutely. And we just, Drunk 3PO just sent me some new information before we finish out here. Drunk 3PO sent me some more information on Dr. Disrespect.
I love this guy.
From
Why are you not following him?
All right. Let's see. Some breaking news, guys.
I made some stupid fucking mistakes again, guys. I'm no longer a champion. I guess you're all watching this to find out what happens. And the truth is, well, I can't disclose it, or else Twitch will fucking kill me. They will fucking kill me! But I made stupid fucking mistakes that are not redeemable, forgivable. But I can't say. I'm under an NDA. Twitch will kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
There it is.
So if anyone's not catching the reference, that delivery was a lot like his video or Dr. Disrespect's video where he admits cheating on his wife. Like he was kind of like half crying in the middle of it, and like.
Darkside Droid says they couldn't see the premium zone, so I'll probably get Ryan to message you on Twitter, since I don't have my personal Twitter, but we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll get to the bottom of it for sure.
Blue-Eyed Scorpio said King Leonidas would have chucked this guy off a cliff.
Oh, not Ricky. Ricky Berwick's good people.
He is good people, but the Spartans would have rejected him. I agree. So before we go, we do have one thing we want to plug: the Park Hoppin' stream. Drunk 3PO did send me that Ricky Berwick clip, so thank you, Jay. I will put that in the chat. Oh, he submitted a bug report. So
okay, cool. All right, I will make sure it gets addressed. I'll call my guys right when the stream ends and make sure we go ahead and address that.
All right, so the Park Hoppin' stream, I'm putting it in the chat now. I continue to shill the fuck out of these fuck Naughty Dog t-shirts, and they're selling pretty well, and it's really irritating people that have fucking micro dicks. So if you want to irritate people that have micro dicks, buy this fuck Naughty Dog shirt right here. And I'm just going to keep wearing it because it pisses people to fuck off.
Here's the difference in wearing a Naughty Dog shirt. The fuck Naughty Dog shirt is a helicopter penis. And if you don't, then you have a mosquito dick. It's really simple, you know, like who doesn't want a helicopter dick, you know, just swing that thing around, pop a piece in the face, you know?
Yes. Fuck Naughty Dog shirt, Cyberpunk. You're putting your dick slider all the way to the fucking right. You don't have one, you get pissed off because someone's wearing a fuck Naughty Dog shirt. Your fucking dick is a fucking little, fucking inch long on the Cyberpunk scale. So there it is. I'm gonna fuck Naughty Dog condoms. No, we bareback that shit, son. We bareback that shit. Yeah,
I got the picture.
There it is. So we will end with that picture, guys, of Abby. Don't forget, make sure to wrap it up.
You're not playing this game with me. I'm playing this game with you.
That's right. So thank you guys all so much for all your support and joining us. We do really appreciate it. Now let's hear one grunt. Let's hear a grunt from Lethal.
An Abby grunt? All right.
Yeah, an Abby grunt before we go.